What it do, y'all? Uh, while I'm sitting here and waiting to get loaded, I got like about 30 minutes before they start loading me. But I want to tell a quick story real quick, because what I posted yesterday, well, last night, about the price gouging. Seen a lot of people took offense to it, like I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. That's the problem. That's the problem. You got people in the area that done spent money with people that didn't do right by them, paid them full price on stuff, and then they're complaining. Now they complaining. I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. But these same people won't speak up. But then when I speak up, I notice some of the people, they tuck their tail, and you know, I'm like, okay, I see what it is. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little story how I got to where I'm at today. So I used to work for this, and I'm gonna try and make this short to where I can finish the video. So I used to work for this company called Delta Cartage. Worked for them for about maybe a year and a half or something like that. But the dispatcher, she couldn't really run the truck, I'm gonna say that. So what they did, they gave the drivers the option to run the truck, to book the loads and deal with brokers. And me and another driver was the ones that did it, you know what I'm saying? And I actually got good at the shit. I got good at using the DOT number, the MC number, with booking loads, communicating with the brokers, built relationship with brokers to where shit, I ain't never had to look for a load. They always call me with a load. So this was during, I remember it had got cold, and you know, flatbeds slow down during the winter months. And I actually would take loads into Texas and Bossier City, Louisiana. I would run out that way. And you know, other drivers wouldn't run out that way. You know, they just didn't run out there. They didn't feel comfortable. But me, I would go out there, and I had a little connection with brokers. I would get loads for them to run out there. So one day I called to book a load, and the broker told me, they said, man, your MC number is showing inactive. So I'm like, huh? And I was headed out to Texas, and I'm like, no, that ain't right. So I went on the website and I put in the MC number, and sure enough, we wasn't active in the system. And at that time, I had 4 other drivers trailing me into Texas. We was going to Mount Pleasant, Texas. That's where we was going, I believe. So I called some of the guys. I was like, you know, y'all, we running illegal, right? You know, the MC number ain't no good. It's showing that it's no insurance on the trucks. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's the only way you can have an active DOT number. You know, you got your insurance and stuff together. So one of the guys that was trailing me into Texas called the dispatcher and ran it by her, and she then called me telling me I'm freaking out the drivers, right? So we go on to Texas, we drop our loads off, get back to West Memphis, because that's where I was parking the truck at the time, and park the truck for the day. So the next morning, I get up to go to my truck. I had 2 flat tires on my drive. So I called the dispatcher to let her know I had flats on the tire. I had 2 flat tires. So 1 day went by, 2 days went by. They wouldn't answer the phone for me. 3 days went by. Ain't nobody answering the phone. The dispatcher, they ain't coming out to fix the tires or any of that. 3 days went by. The 4th day, I started looking for me a job. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I just started looking for me a job because I see where this was going. So basically, they was punishing me. They was putting me on. They was trying to hush me, trying to show me who was in charge. Which they were in charge. I wasn't in charge. So what happened is, I ended up leaving that company because they did me real dirty. They took my last check, so now I wasn't able to pay bills, and kind of like put me behind in a situation. So just remember this story, this Delta Cartage. So I went on to start working for another company called Legacy here in Memphis, and I drove out to Jacksonville, Arkansas to pick up the guy truck I was gonna work for him. I went out there and picked it up. He told me he was gonna pay me, which he didn't never pay me, but I needed a job at the time, so I just started working for him. So after about 2 weeks or so, dispatcher ain't running the truck right. The check I was looking at, I maybe was bringing home $700, $800 or something, and I just told the guy, I was just going to turn the truck in. This wasn't fit for me. So the guy asked me, he said, man, what can we do to solve this? So I said, well, if you let me run the truck, I'll stay. So he turned me loose to running the truck, which I started making some good ass money. I was making $1,200, $1,300. I was making good money every week running his truck, booking the loads with the brokers that I had built a relationship with. And I think maybe I worked for him maybe 3 months. I saved up enough money, and I brought my own semi truck, the Freightliner that I was telling you guys about. So after I brought the Freightliner, I brought the trailer. What I did, I told the guy, I said, well, I brought my own truck and trailer. I want to lease my truck on to you. So, he had the HR lady get me situated. I leased my truck on with him. So ran my truck, booked loads with the people I had connection with for about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. I made good money. So the 3rd week, I get a call from the guy Stewart from Legacy. He said, man, we can't run them loads no more that you booking. I was running a lot of shingle loads from out of Owens Corn here in Memphis, Tennessee. He said, we can't, I can't have you running them loads no more. So, I said why. He kind of gave me some type of excuse, and excuse me. Excuse, and then I'm like, okay. So I started dealing with other people, and it was kind of the same situation where he didn't want me running loads. But the thing about it was, it was fine for me to book loads with people I had connection with when I had his truck. But the minute I got my own truck and my own trailer, see, he wasn't able to make a big portion of money off of me anymore. So what I did, I contacted OIDA, and they told me how much I was going to need to run my own authority, get my own business name, and all such that. So that's what I did. I paid the money, like I said in the previous video. I paid all the money to where I can run under my own authority. And look, I turned in that man fuel card, and I went on about my business, and I was able to deal with the people that I had been dealing with for years. You know what I'm saying? From Legacy and Delta Cartage. So I was able to go back and start running loads with my people. Cause they I did a good damn job. So After about a month or two after me running my own semi truck, I get a call. It was a Blytheville number. I answer the call, and the person say, "Hey, this Andrew." And I'm like, "Andrew?" He's like, "Yeah, from Delta Cartage, the owner." Oh, I said, "What's up, Andrew?" He said, "Man, you did a good damn job when you was over here, and I hate things happen the way it happened. You know, when you left and stuff." But he said, "Man, I really need a driver right now, man." And remind you, I had already knew he had 15 drivers, and he was down to I think 2 drivers at the time. So I told him, I said, "Well, man, I got my own truck and my own authority right now. I don't. I'm kind of doing good for myself." And he told me. He said, "Well, if you anything come up, just give me a call." So I'm like, okay. So I got off the phone with him. 10 minutes later, he called back. I said, "Hey, what's up, Andrew?" He said, "Do you need any help with any freight? I can help you get freight and stuff if you need it." I told him, I said, "No, not at the moment, I don't." And he said, "Okay, just let me know if you ever need any help." So after that, after I talked to him that time, I found out later, maybe some weeks or months later, he actually went out of business. He lost his trucking company. I mean, he had 15 good drivers. All of the drivers left. I mean, he didn't treat them right. And he did me wrong. And what I'm basically saying is, why do people think they above anybody else that can do the same thing that they can do? You get what I'm saying? Because now I have been doing good since October 2020, running my own business. He had his own business. He don't have his own business now. I ain't proud of it. I ain't laughing about it. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, these expert designers, they had this mindset of, "Oh, you can't do this. We the only one that can do this. We the only one can do this. You ain't built enough to do this." And that's the story I'm just here to tell y'all this morning. You know what I'm saying? So anybody get offended about what I done said in my video, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, any people out there that have dealt with my situation that think it's okay, you are the problem. So look, I'm finna get loaded. They done pulled up here, but I'm gonna upload this. Y'all check it out. But I'm finna get my day started in trucking, y'all.